Hey there guys, I'm Renee. I am the owner and artist behind Chicly Reclaimed Decor, and I'm also a member of the Paint Couture creative team, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I transform this MCM beauty back into something that's fit for a queen bee that is, because this piece is going to have a subtle bee theme. So if that is something you'd be interested in learning, stick around because that is what I will be going over today.
Okay, so to jump right in, this piece was stripped of the former white paint using Citrus Strip, and then I thoroughly wiped down with mineral spirits afterwards to remove any excess. It is going to be a two-toned look of paint and wood, and so for the areas that I'm going to be staining later, I'm actually going to be using Paint Couture's water-based glaze as a stain. I'm going to start with an 80 grit sandpaper to remove the rest of the old finish. Then I'm going to move up to a 120, and then I'm going to finish with a 220 grit sandpaper for a nice smooth finish. For the areas that I am going to be painting later on, I am going to prime first with Paint Couture's Premium Plus 2-in-1 Bonding and Blocking Primer in the color white. As you can see, there is no sprayer out. I'm going to be hand painting this entire finish. And when you're hand painting, just remember to use a light hand and to finish with your brush strokes all in the same direction. Once everything is prepped, we are ready to start painting. I'm going to be using this custom mix. It is made using Paint Couture's Opal Green and Deep Lake. This is part of their acrylic mineral line of paint. And I'm going to be using their 2-inch angled brush, and I'm also going to be utilizing a larger brush by Purdy to hand paint this piece. One thing that I absolutely love about Paint Couture's line of paint is that it self-levels, meaning that as it dries, it works to reduce and smooth out brush strokes for that nice, even paint finish, which is what you want, especially when you're doing it professionally, or you just want a nice professional look for yourself. Remember to paint in thin, even layers by not overloading your paintbrush so you don't have any drips. And also remember to use a very light hand and finish by making sure that your brush strokes are in the same direction. So a point that I wanted to talk about is I live in Montana and the climate here is very dry. So my paint tends to dry super quickly. I find that adding a paint extender to my product helps to have me helps me to have more work time, as it will make it so that the paint is going to dry less quickly. So what I usually do is I will just add this product in a misting bottle, and then I will mist my paint as I go along if I feel like my paintbrush is pulling. And what I mean by pulling is that you're having difficulty smoothly brushing on your paint. On this day in particular, we had a nice major rainstorm the day before, so I lucked out here with all that extra moisture in the air, and I did not need to use the paint extender, but it is something that I do usually keep on hand just in case the need arises. And as you can see here, I am going in and I'm adding my second coat of this custom mixed blue color. Okay, so next up, we're going to be working with this water-based glaze by Paint Couture, and we're going to be using it as a wood stain. I'm going to be using my go-to color, Amber Honey, and I really like using this product as an alternative to oil-based products because there are no fumes, and I work out of my own home, so that aspect is really important to me personally. I'm going to be using a high-quality brush. This is my Happy Creating brush by Kristana, and I'm going to be working a section at a time with this product. Keep in mind, this is water-based, so you really don't want to be adding a bunch of this product on at once, so as to avoid it raising any of the wood grains. You want to layer this glaze on a coat at a time. So add a layer of glaze, and then if you want it to be darker, come back after it's dry and add another layer. So as you can see here, I am dipping my paintbrush into the glaze and then wiping off any excess. And then I'm going to work this product into the wood. As I said earlier, a section at a time, and I like to go with the grain, and then I like to go against it to make sure that I thoroughly get it well worked into the pores. But I like to finish by brushing with the grains in the wood. Okay, so up next, I'm going to be using Saltwash Texture, and I'm going to be mixing it with Paint Couture's Goldmine Luxe Metallic Paint to create a stencil paste. I'm going to be using this to create a raised stencil over top of this piece of furniture. And I'm going to add my paint into a separate container, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of this Saltwash Texture powder at a time, making sure to mix thoroughly. I want to create a nice thick paste that has just a hint of warmth to the color, which of course is provided by the metallic pigments in the Goldmine Luxe Metallic Paint. Okay guys, so the key to this look that I'm going for is going to be getting a clean, crisp stencil design. So I'm going to be using a repositionable tacky spray on the back of my stencil to assist me here. Remember to spray in a well-ventilated area, and with this product, a little goes a long way. It's really important to let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes to set up and become tacky before you use it. You don't want to use too much of this product because remember that this is a glue. And if you spray too much, you can leave a sticky residue behind on your item when you remove your stencil, or even worse, actually rip off some of your paint. So my tips for using a repositionable tacky spray on the back of a stencil are: you don't want to use too much of this product, and you want to wait a few minutes before you use your stencil after spraying this product on. I'm going to take this paste that we made and we are going to smooth it over the entire stencil design. And I'm going to be using this cake scraper, but you can use anything that has a nice flat edge. And I'm making sure to get into all the areas on the stencil design and making sure to wipe off any excess before removing the stencil. And for a cohesive design, I'm going to be adding this stencil to the front of the painted drawers as well. I did measure to find the middle on my drawer, so I knew exactly where to place my stencil before beginning. That way my design would be centered and everything would be even. I did seal this piece when I was all done, and then I added some new hardware, and here she is, rescued and reloved with the help of Paint Couture paint products. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Renee. I am the owner and artist behind Chicly Reclaimed Decor, and I am also a part of the Paint Couture creative team. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Paint Couture channel. I will be putting a full list of products I used here today down in the description, and I hope I've inspired you to pick up a paintbrush and do a little creating of your very own.